Hey all, good morning and welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. As I started recording this segment, all the index futures were on average around minus 0.60% and in the red. And tomorrow the Fed will continue their meeting, and that will be the immediate focus of investors. While in parallel, there'll be a steady trickle of earning report that will continue. Some of the companies that are due to report this week are AMD and Pfizer. And those things will also have some amount of impact on the price action in the market. The expectation right now is for a 75 basis point hike by the Feds. But if the Feds follow what Canada did and raise the interest rate by 50 basis point, I think the markets may stage a rally. That's what happened in Canada. Instead of the 75 basis point hike expected, the Canadian Fed raised the interest rate by only 50 basis point, citing worries about recession. So that said, the Eurozone inflation is at record high, and as winter approaches, we have the first signs of stress within the EU. There have been some protests in Czech Republic demanding direct talks with Russia for gas. This goes contrary to overall EU policy. So we'll have to watch the space further to see what happens as winter sets in. Meanwhile, Elon Musk made his first false steps by tweeting a misinformation link in reply to Hillary Clinton's tweet on Paul Pelosi attack. Reports say that the tweet went viral before he deleted it 8 hours later. So I think that Elon Musk's impulse control will potentially add risk to both Tesla and Twitter shares. Both Tesla and Twitter shareholders have to be a bit wary about this, I believe. And I think personally that we are going to see the test and find the breaking point between our need for innovation and greater returns to our investments against the need to constantly address culture wars. So that's going to be one of the big challenges that we are going to see unfold in the near future as Elon Musk consolidates his control over Twitter and he installs his review board. Right now, the review board seems to be a source of hope, and many people are holding their judgments. But once the review board comes, I think that moderating Twitter is going to be a big challenge, because there's a very, very vague borderline between free speech and what would be disruptive to society. So we'll have to watch this space. I think this is going to be very difficult for Elon Musk or anybody to handle, for that matter. Meanwhile, we have news that Bolsonaro lost the election in Brazil, but I'm waiting for the election fraud playbook to start surfacing, and we'll see how the post-election pans out in Brazil. If everything goes out well, then I think we'll have the first step towards normalcy coming in. We are also at the end of October. This is the 31st. And I hope that November brings some cheer and better numbers. And also we'll have midterms coming to a head. So the second half of November is likely to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this Santa Claus rally. I hope it plays out. And with that said, I would like to check out the market action this morning. Let's get started. Well, friends, here we are on our TradingView platform looking at the NASDAQ futures. And as you can see, we have this diagonal line of support, which is now continuing to support us. And today we opened almost at our resistance, which is at 11597.00. And we were pushed back down. And right now, pre-market, we are down minus 0.46%. And I think that the markets are slightly improving because, as I mentioned earlier, when I started this recording, the indices were on an average down minus 0.60%. And right now we are seeing our NASDAQ at minus 0.46. So definitely NASDAQ has improved from the time that I started recording this video to at this point of time, which is 7:42 a.m. So I'm hopeful that we are tending towards a greener open. But right now it is still looking red. NASDAQ is still bearish. Tending towards bullishness. Indicators, US oil was down 1.96%, which is a good story for us, but we still have the bull channel, which is supporting us. Lowering oil price indicates positive impetus for the indices. QQQ was up 3.06% on Friday. It's down 0.44% today, and we are still going to have a support at 278.43, and we're going to have our resistance at 282.10. Right now we are at 279.98. And if we look at S&P 500, it was up 2.38% on Friday, and today We are down minus 0.28%. Again, friends, this pre-market action has significantly improved from the time that I started this video. So at this point of time, we are looking at a very, very strong support for us out here, which is 348.38. Sorry, I'm going to just click on this line, which is 381.55. That's going to be our strong support out here for today. And if we were to look at the resistance, our resistance is going to come from this thick blue line, which is the 100-day simple moving average sitting at 389.40. If you look at Russell Index, it was up 2.27% on Friday. And right now, pre-market, it's down just 0.04%. So this also is improving. And we have a resistance at 183.72, which is going to be our first resistance that's going to be challenged. And if we start moving downwards, then our first support is going to be the 100-day simple moving average, which is sitting at 178.88. That is the thick blue line. And if we were to be able to cross this resistance of 183.72, we get a resistance from the 200-day simple moving average sitting at 187.27. That said, let's look at Dow Jones Industrial Average, which was up 2.53% on Friday, and today it's down minus 0.21% pre-market. So our support is going to be the 200-day simple moving average at 326.56. And our MACD is bullish and momentum is overbought. So I think there's a downward pressure or consolidation pressure out here for Dow Jones Industrial Average. And VIX is up 4.08%. Even though we are within yesterday's range, we are still, we opened up higher and started moving downwards. That's why the indices improved. But if we were to change course and bounce off the two simple moving averages, the 200-day simple moving average and the 50-day and the 100-day simple moving average, which are sitting at 26.55 and 26.57 respectively, then we will find resistance out here at 27.20. We're going to mark this red. Right now we are at 26.79. The VIX, when it goes up, brings down the index. So we want the VIX to fall below these two simple moving averages and test the support of 24.28. That's what we are aiming for. So at this point of time, I would say that the U.S. oil is pushing the price, price action upwards, whereas the VIX is indicating that even though sentiments are improving, the market is still bearish. The bearishness is decreasing progressively as we approach towards the market open. So I don't know what's going to happen out there. US dollar index is also going up. It's up 0.26%, and this is also pointing towards a bit of bearishness. So it's a mixed indicator here for me today, and I won't be surprised if we open green. And let's look at the market movers. Microsoft is, which was up 4.02%, is down minus 0.57% pre-market. So I think Microsoft could potentially drag down the index. Apple, which was up 7.56%, is down minus 0.56% today. And given that Apple jumped up yesterday very significantly, there's likely to be a giving away of gains. So I think that Apple might initially be at least negative for the index. Amazon, which was down minus 6.80%, is up 0.23%. So Amazon is going to be a positive force for the index today because it has to fill a big gap that it left behind. That needs to be filled up. And our MACD is bearish, and we are very close to 30% on the RSI. So at this point of time, I think that Amazon is likely to bounce back and retrace some of the losses. That will be the natural trend. So Amazon will support the index and boost it. Google was up 4.30% yesterday. Today, pre-market, it's down 0.79%, and it's going to test the support at 95.74 because right now we're at 95.82. And our MACD is bearish, and the momentum is still below 50%. It needs to pick up, and pre-market action doesn't seem to support that. So I don't know if Google can positively support us because Google needs to fill up the gap that it created on its way down. So there is definitely the upward push, but right now that doesn't seem to be reflecting in the pre-market action. So I will leave Google as undecided. So I think a couple of these market moving shares are going to push upwards. So there will be a bit of consolidation in the indices, I believe, until we get some direction from any of the earnings or any market chatter about the Fed. That said, let's look at commodities. Wheat is continuing to go upwards, and this is a negative catalyst for our indices. So I would say that wheat is also pushing the index downwards because with the higher wheat price, there's going to be inflation, and inflation means higher interest rates and therefore lower share prices. Copper is down minus 1.52%, and it's back well into the pennant. And consolidation of copper is good for us at this point of time because at least it's not supporting the inflation. So as long as we hover within this level, I'm okay. If we go below this, then I think we should be afraid of recession. That said, Genomics industry has got PSEB leading the pack, continuing to make the cup and handle pattern today. And pre-market we are down 0.80, and we still have support which is at 7.06, and also support from the 100-day and the 10-day simple moving average. The 10-day simple moving average is sitting at 7.50. So those are our supports for today. And our immediate support is going to be the neckline of our cup, which is at 8.24. Next, let's look at VERV. VERV was up 13.15% yesterday. I'm pretty sure that once we reach the RSI of 70% and get into the overbought state, we are going to feel a consolidation and a push downwards. Next, we look at Editas. Editas was at 6.34% on Friday, and today pre-market there are no trades, so our resistance is going to be 13.14, and our support is going to be the 10-day simple moving average, which is sitting at 11.90. Pre-market we are at 12.74. Let's look at Allogene, which was up 5.26% on Friday. Today pre-market there are no trades, and we still have resistance from the 100-day simple moving average at 10.84. Right now we are at 10.77. Caribou Biosciences was up 5.21% on Friday. Today it's got no trades pre-market. We still have support at 9.37, and we have resistance which is at 10.04. Right now we're at 9.77. Beam was up 5.25% on Friday, and today pre-market there are no trades. And then if we look at PSTX, which is a new stock we added, Poseda, I'd done a video on it yesterday. It's up 4.23%, and there are no trades pre-market. If you look at Bluebird, it's up 3.83%, and there are no trades. And the trades pre-market indicate a drop of 3.69%. We are still on the bull channel out here, and today I think 5.96 is going to be our bottom support, and right now we are at 6.01. And if we fall below that, then our 100-day simple moving average sitting at 5.54 is going to be our next support. However, if we bounce off this bull channel, then our next resistance is going to be the 10-day simple moving average sitting at 6.19, followed by the 50-day simple moving average sitting at 6.35, which is this thick orange line. That said, Teladoc was up 3.79% yesterday, and today pre-market it's up 0.20. And CRISPR Therapeutics was up 3.69% yesterday, and it's down 0.11% pre-market, and we are below the resistance of 54.4 cent, which is going to be our immediate resistance. And our support is going to be the 10-day simple moving average sitting at 53.41. Our MACD is bullish, but the momentum is still below 50%, so I can't trust if we can pick up again for CRISPR for today. ARCG was up 3.61% on Friday. Today pre-market it's down 0.15%. And our support, which was at 36.91, has been converted into a resistance, and our other support, which was at 35.44, has also been converted into a resistance. And then our other support, which was at 34.73, was also converted into a resistance. And right now we have support from the 10-day simple moving average, which is at 32.06, which is a thick yellow line. And our resistance is coming from the 50-day simple moving average, which is the thick orange line sitting at 34.26. Our MACD is bullish and momentum is above average, so I'm hopeful that ARCD is going to push upwards. Intelia was up 3.59% on Friday. There are no trades pre-market at this point of time. Invitae was up 3.51% on Friday. It's down minus 1.69% today, and we have support at 2.15, and we have got resistance at 2.56. Right now we are at 2.32. If we fall below 2.15, I'm definitely grabbing a bit of Invitae with a swing trade thought in my mind. And we have IMTX, which was up 3.12% and no trades pre-market. And we have iDNA, which was up 2.83% on Friday, no trades pre-market. DNA was up 2.28% on Friday. Today pre-market it's down minus 0.37. So we had a support at 2.68, which we are grappling with right now. We are also at 2.68 right now pre-market. And if we fall below that, then our 10-day simple moving average is going to give us support. And as we approach 2.33, I would definitely pick up some with a hope of doing some kind of swing trade out here. SQZ Biotech was up 0.70 on Friday. Pre-market, there are no trades. So that brings me to Illumina, which was down minus 1.63% yesterday. And pre-market, we have no trades. I am hoping that we will bounce off 23.73, which is the neckline of the cup, and form a handle by consolidating around here and then move upwards and challenge our resistance, which is at 259.95 presently, and that is the 200-day simple moving average. With that said, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. As you might have noticed, the background has changed and the color combinations have changed. So I'm going through a few lessons on lighting and how to bring depth to video images. So that's what is happening, my friends. Please don't worry, but do give me your feedback of what you think about how my image is forming on this video. Do you think I've given some depth to my video? And that will be very helpful for me as I calibrate the videos. I'm going to go on a continuous improvement spree. I've still got the old settings in place if I wanted to revert back to it, but I want to continue to improve the video quality, and then I'll come back again to sound quality and try to improve it further. So that's what I'm working on. Your feedback is always welcome. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please do not hesitate to put a like out there. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.